Hi guys, this is Cleo.
This is Violet.
And this is 20 something.
Welcome back.
Hey. Alright, hey you guys. We're back at it with another episode.
We're back. So, update on our friend last week about our friend, what is he? The philosophy professor actually messaged me. Can you believe it? But I low-key fucked up because I accidentally FaceTimed him when I was trying to send Cleo his information. I accidentally called this nigga. But yeah, no, he FaceTimed me back and I did not answer. But why did he message me in the morning talking about I feel like eating you out at 10 in the morning? That's what I woke up to.
Y'all, when she told me that shit, I was like, what the fuck?
I was so confused.
He's talking about I'm trying to eat you.
I don't know.
Girl, I was like, what?
After that shitty ass date. And then come to find out, he didn't even know who I was.
Yes.
He didn't even know who I was.
I told this girl, I was like, bitch, low-key ask him for a picture. Because I really want to know what he looks like so bad. Because the way he is just moving, it's just like, you would have think this is the finest nigga in the world, really. So I was like, please, message this guy and like somehow get the shit, get the picture. And so
I got the Instagram, and then I sent her the gram, and then he was like, oh, since I obviously asked for his Instagram, he asked me for mine, so he saw who I was. Then he was like, oh shit, well, I meant to send that to my friend to some other girl this morning, but based on how you looking, I might do it, like, it might be a go for you too. I said, wait, so you trying to give head to somebody you don't have their number saved for? I said, what?
I was like, y'all, that is so freaking disgusting.
Walking STD.
Literally.
Walking STD.
And it was funny is that he didn't even know if it was a man or not. It could have easily have been a guy.
Because he did not have my number saved, apparently.
Exactly.
And then he said
thought it was a different person.
He said he didn't have her saved. I said, but you trying to give her head, though.
And then
what?
And then Vi had added this guy on IG, right?
Yeah.
So then he looked at her picture and he was like, what did he say? He was like, yeah, you looking right. Yeah, you looking good. So, yeah, I'm low-key down. I still eat you. I said, huh? But mind y'all, he still didn't remember her from the time before. He still didn't remember that.
He was just like, probably was Tinder. And I was just like, yeah, a little it was, bitch.
What a dummy.
But,
how do you not remember somebody coming to your house? They were there. They picked you up from a freaking haircut.
Because he has multiple shitty dates. So, I guess we're going to give him a name now.
That's
because last episode...
He's literally been with too many.
Yep. Last episode, I said he wasn't important enough to give a name. Well, I feel like he's gonna have a little bit more episodes in this podcast.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
This nigga is known as the professor. Yep. Philosophy professor.
I can't say he can be intellectual.
Yep.
And just enough to get girls to open their cooch.
Yep.
Yep. But no, y'all, we just wanted to tell you that story before we get into our more serious topic or whatever. And yeah,
there is a court case going on.
I'm sure you guys may know about it, happening in Dallas. Amber Geiger. I'm gonna really try not to call this woman a bitch and stuff like that, but that's really just how I feel about the situation. But essentially, if you don't know, she walked into Botham Jean's, I think that's his name, Botham Jean's home in Dallas and pretty much shot him to death. She literally walked into his house, you guys. I'm sure you know the story, but just for those that don't, she walked into his house and shot him, okay? Because she thought it was her own home. Even though it came out their homes look completely different.
Yes, literally. Even I think there was even last year when it happened, they were even trying to show how she can't have just walked in because the key is so complicated. It's not a regular key. You have to so when your key wasn't working, you should have known that this is not your place because you didn't change your locks, bitch.
Yeah. And then it even came out more that before I say that, as some of y'all may know, the trial just finished pretty much this week or whatever, and it turned out that they're only going to give her 10 years, even though the maximum was 99 and they only give her 10.
And usually people on average serve 10 extra years than she got, so usually people get 20 years for that.
And obviously this is a sign of white privilege. I mean, come on.
I'm not even gonna lie to you though. I'm not even gonna lie, Cleo. You saw my face. I was surprised that she even got charged. because I saw that shitty video of her doing crocodile tear nonsense.
Yeah.
Over there trying to frown her face so hard.
I feel like I kind of knew that they were. In my eyes, I looked at it as they're gonna have to.
Really?
Yeah. In my eyes, I felt like they. Well, I mean, maybe that's not true, because there was that case of that guy that killed all those white people, like from drunk driving, and they said that
he didn't know he couldn't do that.
Yeah, something about, not that, he was like, it was like, what do they call it? Something. It's like a new word they had made for him.
What?
For like people that are rich. Like, they're so rich they don't know, like,
oh yeah,
how like life works.
They don't know the like regular rules and stuff.
Yeah, so they just gave him probation, and he like pretty much went to like a happy fun daycare. You know what I mean? It's like affluenza. That's what it's called. He's so affluent, affluent, that apparently he doesn't know that fucking drunk driving and killing niggas is a problem.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Like,
but anyways, and he like fled to Mexico. But that's not what we're talking about today. I just wanted to show, you know,
the correlation between privilege and race. And yeah, so basically, sis walked into homie's apartment, like Cleo said.
Yeah.
You know, he was chillaxing. It was the evening time. She's a police officer. I don't know if we mentioned, but she's a cop.
Yep.
That's why I didn't think she was going to get charged, really, because cops never get charged.
I even forgot about that.
Yeah. They never get charged. But then, to even add icing on the cake, she was a female cop who happened to be white. Yeah. And who was also blonde and blue-eyed. You know, they love them bitches. Those are the most angelic, most innocent creatures,
ain't none of that,
creatures on earth.
She a hurt woman. But yeah, she a hurt woman.
So
but another thing I also wanted to add,
I'm shook,
that also came out is some of her text messages. She was kikiing on the text with her friends, talking about how she felt as though, I think her friend felt as though her dog was racist or whatever. And then she was like, "LOL, it's okay, because I am too." Okay.
You see?
Okay. We're also seeing, you know, how she feels. You know, a little pattern.
But I just want to, before Cleo continues, I just want to remind you guys, please remember, let's go back to 2012.
Yeah.
When that fucking idiot Zimmerman shot Trayvon.
Yeah.
Whose phone were they going through? They were going through Trayvon's phone to see all the shit that could have been racist that he said, to use it to prove that Zimmerman was right in killing him.
Yeah, wow.
So, because of that, yes, when they were interviewing his friend, they were trying to make her sound so stupid. I mean, she was really having a hard time to speaking up and shit. Yeah. But, like, literally on the phone, she was like, he was like, oh yeah, there's this nigga behind me. Why did they come and try to switch it and say that? Yeah, he was calling Zimmerman racial slurs. Zimmerman is not black. Nigga is a term that black people use to describe a person. Exactly. There's somebody behind me. Okay, so you see how they use all of this evidence to make it seem like Zimmerman was innocent. That nigga didn't get jail time.
Yep.
So why was her text messages not used to give her more years? Please explain to me why.
It just shows to me that clearly as a black person, you, like, and in Botham Jean's situation, he clearly did nothing. He was sitting on his couch doing nothing. There was nothing to antagonize her, right? You know what I'm saying? It just shows that no matter the amount of evidence, no matter the amount of, you know, plausible deniability and all that type of stuff, like, there's really literally nothing you can do to, like, have justice be served if you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like, that clearly showed it. Like, this is a perfect example. There were so many different things. When they took the lady out of her house, it was completely different, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, those text messages, those are all things that could have been used against her. And yeah, she did get years or whatever. You know, she did get 10 years. But in my eyes, I don't even think that that's the reason why.
Slap on the wrist.
You know what I'm saying?
Slap on the wrist.
Like, I feel like they just did because it's just like there was really like there's absolutely nothing that he did that wrong. So it's just like bitch, sorry, you have to go to jail. Like, but mind you, if he would have, you know what I'm saying? Then it was like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, please. We're saying all of this stuff about how white people don't get charged. You know, I don't want you guys to think that we don't know the little details of the case. Yes. The judge that charged her was black. We know this. We know. But this just proves to you how white people in America and black people have brainwashed
They've
each
done
other.
A number. Guys, they have done a number. Clearly, they have done a number on us. Like, clearly. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they've been saying, like, oh, the family's Christian or whatever, so that's why...
Oh, okay, stop. Explain what the brother did. Because everybody doesn't know, because I didn't know until you told me.
Okay, sorry. So we're getting a little, ahead of ourselves because we're just really passionate. But essentially, like I said, the trial had just came out. They gave her 10 years, okay? So after they gave her the 10 years, they had her brother was on the stand, and he pretty much wanted to say his piece about it. So he just pretty much was like damn near crying and shuffling and huffling, talking about how...
Shucking and jiving.
I don't even want you to really go to jail. Saying all that, I don't even really want you to go to jail.
That's what he said. She's not over-exaggerating.
If that was me that had passed,
and your
God
sister,
forbid, and that was my sister on the stand saying that,
would you not haunt her?
I'm telling you, I will be furious. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
For me, it's like, you can forgive somebody in time and stuff like that, and sure, you can forgive somebody. That's not what I'm saying. But right there, when there's TVs, there's cameras, everybody can see, like, do it on your own time. You know what I'm saying? And if the roles were reversed, we already know it wouldn't have been the same. You would not see no white family sitting
trying
there
to comfort a black lady for killing their white child.
And if that doesn't make it even worse, they have the father talking about I want to be her friend. Can someone tell me what's wrong with this family? Can someone tell me what's wrong? And if not, if that still doesn't make it worse, you have the judge coming down there. Somebody that's meant to be brushing on this woman, hugging her, and
talking to her, talking about some inspirational ass, motivational ass speech. Fuck all that shit!
Oh, I forgot. Not even the cop.
The court lady.
I forgot to say with the brother. He also said, I just really want to give her a hug. Can I give her a hug? And before they even answered about giving the hug, I heard in his voice, you could tell that he was like, can I give a hug? Can I, like he really just had to.
He kept saying it.
Yes.
Like I said, who are you trying to prove to your church that you are forgiving? Because to me, it seems like you hired this bitch to kill your brother. That's what it's looking like to me, bitch. That's what it's looking like. Because
the way that they're hugging her and doing this.
How can somebody kill your family member?
Did you guys pay? It hasn't even been that long.
How can somebody kill your family member and you say you don't want them to go to... You like, it's different to say I forgave you.
Yeah.
I see black people do that shit all the time, and I hate hearing that shit. I'll say it, I hate hearing that fucking shit. Stop forgiving these bitches. Stop it. It's enough. It's enough of that. Enough. Stop forgiving them. Telling them that you forgive them. You don't need to tell them that. Know it in yourself that you forgave them. They don't need to hear that from you, because then you're making it seem like what they did was okay. Yeah. So then other white people that hear you say, oh yeah, I forgive any white person that kills any black person. Okay, it's cool. They don't even give a fuck if I kill them. And they'll be killing us. Y'all are stupid. Stop saying that shit to them. Okay? But let's even say, cool, he forgave her, whatever. How you gonna tell her you don't want her to go to jail? How you gonna tell her that you don't want her to go to jail for killing your brother? So I thought it was do the crime, do the time. So she don't have to do the time because you forgave her?
Yeah.
I've seen people say that they're not upset about something. Like, okay, we were watching this lady's video. She was talking about she would have understood forgiveness more if it was a car accident. Yeah. Someone drunk driving. Yeah. Even though you were still being irresponsible, but it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, you didn't set your sights out.
Like how
there's
can
nothing that shows that she didn't set her sights out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how can you tell someone like that you don't want them to go to jail?
I don't even think that when people have talked about it, like, the press and shit, like, I don't even think that people have said accident. I don't think I've heard that come out of nobody's mouth, because it's clearly not an accident. So what are we really forgiving her for?
Is it because she was doing those stupid tears? Please, you guys need to watch.
I don't even think it's just the tears.
Go watch the video.
Like, you cannot tell me like something is not going on. Like, I don't even think it's mental. Like, no, honestly, I think conspiracy, bitch. Like, for real.
No, honestly.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't even think that it's like, one of those situations where, like, they have mental issues. I'm thinking that, like, it's conspiracy type shit. Like, for real, it's got to be some type of conspiracy, because how else are these people just hugging her? Like, the dad's there smiling, cheesing on her, talking about I want to be her friend.
Please.
What?
You
want to be friends with someone that killed your kid?
Your kid. The only person in there that was sobbing was the mom.
Yeah. That's the one that was saying proper stuff.
The lady in the courtroom, the other black police officer, I don't know who she was in the courtroom, but she was wearing uniform. Went to go and be brushing this bitch's hair.
She was crying.
Massaging her scalp.
She was petting her head like she's a cat.
Massaging her scalp because sis is stressed.
Oh my.
Stressed after killing somebody. This crusty bitch's mom went to go and talk on the fucking stand talking about she wanted to trade places with him. I said, oh yeah. Come, let somebody kill you.
My God.
Let's do it. If you want to die so much, we'll kill you.
These little white peppery tears. These little white peppery tears. Y'all, come on.
I said, your mom looks like she
really
is
not,
a breath away from death.
Y'all are literally like, you're literally fucking.
This is some bullshit.
These white people really think they're really fooling someone, and you know what they are. They are, because that's all I've. Oh my God, like, guys, it doesn't make any sense.
Cleo is so pissed off. Cleo is so pissed. I'm also pissed, but Cleo's like the type of person where when she's so annoyed, nothing comes out.
It's just like I can't even begin. Like, clearly white people have just done a number on us for us to just really feel like
we need to forgive them so much. Like, make it a point. When he was talking about forgiveness, he was like, yeah, because I know if this was the roles were reversed and this happened to me, my brother would be here and he would want me to forgive her. He would want forgiveness. He would say the same thing. Really? Your brother would come and tell this crusty ass, racist ass, murdering ass bitch, I don't want you to go to jail for killing my little brother. You think he would say that?
He's not even here for him to speak for himself, so it's like, I know that's your family member, but it's weird, because like, I know it's your family member, so like, if you know him more than me, right to speak, yes, you do, but it's just like, I wouldn't even want to speak on none of that. Like, if it was my sister, like, I wouldn't even want to speak on, like, I know people do that a lot, like, oh, if they were here, they'd, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to do that, because it's just like, we really don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and then they're
he's
not
the one
here.
that had to sit there and get shot and bleed out.
And then they're not here.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it was like a straight shot where she shot once and he died instantly. But I'm just saying that if it was one of those cases where he had to bleed out and, you know, she wasn't doing a job of trying to get him to the emergency room
after realizing that that's not her fucking apartment.
You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, since she didn't
know.
Like,
he's sitting there dying. You know what I'm saying?
And then you want to come and cry in court. Okay, so
I consider myself a Christian too. But I mean,
no. Christianity has really brainwashed black people in the U.S. in a way.
White Christianity.
Yes, in a way that's not healthy. Yeah. Because I feel like all Christianity is white Christianity, but there's a way that you can practice Christianity to make it your own. That's how I feel. And I feel like these people are still practicing Christianity that was preached to them during slavery times.
Even used to justify slavery. People.
Please.
I mean, come on now.
Use Bible verses.
Come on now.
No. Reading
come
Bible.
On now.
Reading Bible verses. You guys reading Bible verses as they're whooping slaves on the back to tell them what they're doing is wrong.
Making them even read it. Giving them the book to even read. To even show them, like, see, God wants you to be a slave.
And you're trying to tell me this boy opened his lips to come and say, as a Christianity, yes, you know what, you're right. Christianity has made you feel like this. But just because somebody told you that this was how the religion was meant to go doesn't mean that you need to keep eating it. Yeah. You see how they used to be oppressing women back in the day because of Christianity? I see a lot of Christian women, yes, they still rock like that. But a lot of Christian women do not. Yeah. I'm a woman. Cleo's a woman. She's a Christian. Does she feel like she should be wearing long skirts that touch the ground? And does she feel like her husband should be able to beat her and talk to her like a child because he's her husband? She doesn't feel like that. So just because you're black does not mean that because you're a Christian you need to feel like, oh yeah, I need to practice the Christianity they practiced during slavery times where everybody was just so forgiving. Why are you forgiving these white people so hard? And I don't like how the people in the courtroom were talking about this is an extraordinary moment. I've never seen a moment like this before. It's so beautiful. Please, who else said it was
beautiful for y'all?
Who else said it was beautiful? Chris motherfucking Evans. Y'all dick riding hard. On Chris Evans talking about some he invited to the cookout.
White man's whore. That's the fuck y'all be saying all through Twitter for Chris Evans. And this guy had the nerve to get on Twitter, y'all.
After watching the video.
Watching that video that I explained to you with the brother crying.
Hugging her for a good minute, you guys.
Crying, hugging her.
A good 60 seconds.
And he had the nerve to say, actually, let me tell y'all what this guy said. I'm going to try to get it word for word verbatim, okay? He said, this has to be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Hey! Your whole life. I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming he's 30, like 30. Mid-30s or something. Your whole 30-something life. That's the most beautiful thing you've seen?
Somebody.
Wow.
Hugging the murderer of their sibling.
Wow.
You haven't seen a baby
white people eat that up. Well, you know white people eat that up. Yes, you black nigger. Come hug me. Forgive me.
Racism over. Racism's over. They like to dress us up.
Oh my God.
And fucking
there's black people eating it up.
Uncle Tom outfits.
And there's black people eating it up.
I said, sir, you're an Uncle Ruckus. Coon. I will say it. He's a coon. That's the type of person I call a coon. I know, like, people like to call dudes that like white girls coon, yada, yada, yada. Cool, whatever floats your boat. Personally, that is coon behavior. He is a coon. You can say that I'm shitting on his forgiveness. You can come for us and say that we're just hating because we don't have an open heart like he does. But to tell the murderer of your family member you don't want them to go to jail is another level of disrespect. Yeah. You spat on their grave. Is jail not the justice system in America?
Exactly.
Did they go and hang this lady?
It's what's right.
Did they throw stones at her?
It's what's right, boo. 10
years. We already know she's gonna get off. 2 years.
Don't they make you swear in the Bible when you understand? So clearly, in the law system, we still incorporate the Bible, right?
Christianity.
Come on now.
Still.
Isn't it a little fishy, you guys? Isn't it a little fishy that they're all so, maybe not the mom, but they're all so just adamant that she shouldn't go to jail. They want to be her friend, want to go visit her, have tea time in the court, and the jail system
her
with
commissary.
Her, go see her.
Barely gave.
I said that nigga might as well. He might as well have just proposed to her. He should have just proposed.
No, really.
But she wouldn't want that. No black nigga. Sorry.
She was over there hugging him.
But I bet she will.
Rubbing her back.
I bet he'll come and put his knees on the ground for her.
Take a straight bullet. If somebody was trying to kill you, I would take your place.
I'll even exactly. God tells me I should even take your place. Sorry, I should even take your place.
Let me come save Master's wife.
Someone wants to kill you, Amber. Don't worry, I'll step in. Botham Jean's brother. I'll step in for you. Come on now.
I'm laughing.
Who has taught you guys? Who has taught you guys to really just value white lives so much? You know what I'm saying?
Above your own.
Above other people's, above your own blood.
I'm sorry. What you just said reminded me. Okay, so I need to just remember what they were saying on some commentary. I should have wrote that shit down because it was just a lot of bullshit that was being spewed, and I was just, wow, my ears cannot take this. They were talking about some extraordinary moment in the courtroom that we're seeing. This is the type of love, selfless love that we love to see in Christianity. This is what they practice.
Yeah.
Selfless love. Selfless love. Please. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what the fuck I'm saying? Selfless love. I don't see the same selfless love when a black person makes a mistake.
Yeah.
That doesn't even involve murder.
Yeah.
Just a simple mistake that gets them into court. You know what they say? 15 years for the nigger.
Yep.
Life for the nigger.
Yep.
They hate us.
Yep.
They hate us. So
even if you don't believe us,
commentaries on some commentary shit. Where y'all at when they're not being the same Christians and selfless love? Why are you guys not calling them out? But you're here clapping it up. Yes, black judge, go hug this bitch.
And if you don't believe us, I just even read a story before we even got on this podcast, and it was about a black guy. He shot a dog. Do you want to know how many years he got? Can you guys take a guess? Any comments, please? Right before you even hear what I say, write down how many years you think he got, you guys. Waiting. This man got 45 years for shooting a dog. And look how I didn't even show you an example of a white person. You know what I mean? Because we already knew what that was gonna equal.
That sentence.
We already knew what that was gonna equal. We already knew. We didn't have to even say that, IJ. Instead, I wanted to show you a dog. A dog that's actually not even a human. And I love dogs to death. So it's unfortunate that dog got shot. You know what I'm saying? But 45 years, and how much did Amber get? Someone that purposefully killed someone? 10 years. And we're so sad and we don't want her to go to jail, says Botham Jean's brother.
No, 10 years and I'm surprised she's even getting jail time. That shows you, should it even be called justice system? I have no faith in them.
He should just go and dance. He should just go and dance for her. He should go and dance for her. be that type of a minstrel show. If y'all don't know what a minstrel show is,
go look it up. We don't need to.
And I don't mean minstrel as in period. I mean like like a woman's cycle.
Yes.
I mean like a minstrelsy show. Dancing. You should be dancing for her. Clearly, that's what you should be doing. Botham Jean's brother. I don't know that nigga's name, but you know what I'm saying?
How unfortunate. And I just love it. I love how comfortable they are with telling us how to feel.
Yeah.
About shit. Please, did Jackie and Ina not get on this case?
Come on, bring it.
Where is it?
So she said, there's nothing beautiful about a woman. Okay, this is Chris Evans' tweet, you guys. Okay, so she said, there is nothing beautiful about a woman getting a mild sentence after murdering someone, then being showered with sympathy, even from the victim's family. This idea that we all have to be a bigger person all the time, even in the face of blatant injustice, is disgusting. So this random white man called Sean Kent Comedy, okay, he came under Jackie Anna's tweet and said, nobody said you have to be the bigger person all the time. Literally no one. And then she's like, have you ever been black? It looks to me like you haven't. So I don't know who you are or who you think you are talking to, but you cannot argue with someone else's lived experiences. So the conversation ends here. Bye. And then he said, that's a dumb way to end the conversation. And then she took a picture of his tweet or a screenshot of his tweet where he said, nobody said you have to be the big person all the time. Literally no one.
Yeah.
And she was like, and this is a really ignorant and dismissive way to start it. Next time, if you aren't sure about something, ask for clarity. If not, you'll get the same energy handed right back at you. Have a good evening. And then she took another screenshot of his tweet. Mind you, he said this shit after, okay? He said this after Jackie, Ina and him were going back and forth, okay? He said, if you think a man choosing not to live with hate in his heart isn't beautiful, then I can't help you. He's not feeding into any idea that you have to be the bigger person. It was his choice. And I'm someone who thinks her sentence was too light. And then Jackie Anna was like, anyone please tell me who asked this man for his help? Literally no one asked for his help or clarification, and yet he is still trying to explain to me what respectability politics is. Like, I don't know it. Like, I didn't even finish her tweet because I don't even need to continue. Like, y'all, really? We have literally people up in these comments that are white trying to tell us how we should feel about this.
How to feel. Trying to tell us that that's not true, that nobody said that we have to be the bigger person.
And then someone even clocked him and was like, pretty much put his tweet, part of his tweet in quotes and said, and I'm someone who thinks her sentence is too light. You see, he didn't even think that it was time, he didn't even think about that until he got clocked pretty much. Now he's trying to be cautious and say that, oh, I think her sentence is too light. You didn't think that before. You didn't say that before. Instead, you went under Jackie Anna's tweet and you were sitting there talking about nobody said you have to.
Yeah, nobody said you have to be the bigger person.
All the time.
No, you know how I know that these people don't know shit about black people and what black people go through, because this is the same energy that was met to that white killer that shot up that black church in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And people were saying that they forgave him. Not the people's family members, but just black people. Mm-hmm. Other Christian black people. I remember when I was in high school, I was like, are they for real? Are they for real?
Yeah.
And he was also met with pity.
Yeah.
And love.
Yeah.
By his fellow white people. Please, where's the same energy, black people, when a black person in your neighborhood shoots one of your family members?
True.
Do they not go, is it not a shootout?
Yep.
Isn't it a fucking war in the streets where they're killing anybody?
Like white people have, like, so much has happened in history for black people that it's came to the point where, like, consciously, black people, not everybody, but a lot of black people can't even notice when, like, they inadvertently put white lives over themselves or, over any other race. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I can't tell if people are doing it on purpose or they know, or they really just feel like white people are better than them or what, or they just feel like they have to. But it's just like, I feel sad. Like it's really, really sad. It's sad to see people, they'll kill black people. Like, even we don't even have to get to killing. Like, even just how black people are to each other in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just see, like, people praise white people so much more, even for small shit.
Minute
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? I was telling Vi
for Chris Evans. It was a good example.
Yeah, that's a good example. And I was telling Vi about how there was another situation where this white actor, his name is Timothy Chalamet or whatever. Y'all might not know him. He was in an interview with this guy for his movie, and the guy was like, oh, and it was a black interviewer, by the way. He was like, oh, I peeped that, you know, you used cap in your latest, you know, Instagram post. So I'm going to tell you a few, like, New York black phrases, and can he use them in a sentence? So he uses them in a sentence, and he says them right and everything. And, like, you know, that was really the end of the interview. People in the comments, black people, mind you, yeah, I knew he should be invited to the cookout. I knew he should this and that. I knew Everybody's so easy. It's so easy to pick me. We're just gonna let y'all in. We're gonna let y'all in. We're gonna let y'all in. We're gonna let y'all in.
Pick me. Hey, white people, pick us. We want to be just like you.
We want to be your friends.
But and then
you know what's funny? Respect your ass.
And you know what's funny? These same black people are always the ones that say that they don't want to be treated, like they don't want white people's what is it called? They don't want white people's cosign. Like, what is that shit called? Like when
that's pretty much.
Yeah, like they don't want white people's basically to tell them, like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, we accept you. Acceptance. That's what they say. They say they don't want it. But in every aspect of life, I've seen that, yes, we do, black people. Can we be honest? Yes, we do. What? I say we because I am also black. Yeah. But I do not feel this way. But as a general consensus,
they do.
Yes, we do. Let's stop saying that we don't, because if we didn't, then all these white people that are doing basic ass shit that black people do every day would not be getting the same praise. That they're the same the amount of praise they're getting.
You're in. You talk hood. You're in. Like, it's just random stupid shit. And don't get me wrong. I'm not a person where I'm so like I can't be lighthearted, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying. Like I thought the interview with Timothy was cute. It was cute. Don't get me wrong. It was cute. And I was like, oh, funny. You know what I'm saying.
But it's always the comments. How far people take it.
Talking about, like, oh, and I'm a this, and I'm. It's just like, guys, you know what I'm saying. And one thing I want to say is that what I do love about black people is that we are, you know, so fun loving. We're really chill. You know what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, sometimes we can just really be loving, and I feel like we're literally the most loving race out of any other race.
That's because if half the shit happened to white people,
you know,
by us,
they would not do the same. And we're clearly just loving people, and I love that. But I feel like we have a tendency to just take it a bit too far. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like we're a joke out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like the big issue with the fact that we're loving is that we don't show the same love to each other.
Yeah.
We do not.
Yeah.
Let's not even sit here and act like we do. No, we don't. Because if there's a black person that's in your neighborhood that, let's say she's a crackhead. Mm-hmm. Are you really trying to invite her and forgive her and trying to show her, oh, you know, like, let me help you get off the streets?
No, they're recording and laughing.
You talk about them. Crackhead ass bitch. Ooh,
I just saw a video. I literally just saw a video really? About that today. Literally, they were trying to rip this. I
didn't even know
this black woman off the damn train or whatever. I mean, mind you, what she was doing was kind of messed up. She was trying to smoke crack on the subway, which is not good, but. It was literally people recording, like, you know, black people recording her, and black people were the ones dragging her off and trying to kick her and all that type of stuff.
That's
you know
not necessary.
And it's not necessary to do all of that. I don't think it's necessary.
Because she was doing crack?
She was about to get ready to do it.
Like she was finna light it up or some shit? Yeah. Oh, I thought she was doing the snort one. I don't know the difference between the names.
Yeah, I guess she was about to smoke it.
Oh.
But yeah, so... You know what I'm saying? They're doing all of that, pushing, and you know what I'm saying?
To show that they don't fuck with it. Yeah. They don't fuck with that behavior. But do you really, though? You think it's funny when white people do shit like that, though? You ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Ha. But then when we do it, you have such high expectations for ourselves, but in a bad way. In a way where it's like, if you fuck up one time, that's what it's it. That's what it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
But I see you guys, and honestly, I think it's because they just feel like as a whole, our self-worth is lower.
Yeah.
That's the only logical reason.
Yeah.
Because nothing else is making any type of sense to me.
Yeah.
Like nothing else is making sense. Because
it's just all
because it's like and I think it's because like the history between white people and black people in America specifically, like white people were the slave owners and black people were the slaves. So like in today's age, everyone like wants to show, I feel like both sides, but mostly black people want to show that, you know, they've gotten over it to a point where it's like, okay, you know, we see you as regular people, so you can see us as regular people too. So like when y'all fuck up,
but they haven't gotten over it.
And we really have not. But I think it's a front, and I feel like being that forgiving.
I feel like it's and it's not even. I feel like maybe okay. I feel like on the surface they have, but deep down, they really haven't. Like or
like the trauma,
or maybe what I'm trying to say is that I feel like black people, like, they don't realize how
the mindset
is like a bit fucked up. Like they still can't see in a lot of different ways they are still slave to like white people and their ideology and the way they see things, like even with hair, colorism, all those things, like people wanting to have super loose ass textures, you know, or wanting to be lighter, like all so that bad. It all descends from what? It all descends from white people, slavery, you know what I'm saying? Like it all descends from something, you know what I'm saying? And what I don't like is how when white people, especially, but also some black people, act like they can't fucking see that. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And try to just blow it off as though it's not deep. You know, it's not that deep. Or, oh, y'all are just thinking
holding on to the past.
It's like, you know, it's like, you know, you have a brain for a reason. You know, use it. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to brush things off as everything on the surface. Like you don't know how to think a little bit deeper into things. Like, come on, y'all.
If it's possible for somebody to go to the military and to have PTSD from that time, and it affects all their future behavior, it affects their family life because of how they treat their family now, then why is it not possible for the stuff that happened to a whole generation of people for a long ass motherfucking time to affect us still when low key, high key, there's still even slavery now in different ways. But even let's just even cancel that out and let's just talk about how segregation was barely abolished. Barely. There's people that were you know, that are alive now that were there when segregation was happening. They be trying to act like those people don't exist anymore. So that was so far.
My grandma was there.
That was so far back.
She remember when she had to drink drink water in separate fountains.
See? Yeah. See, so why do people always try to?
And she's only 80. Her birthday was literally just this past week, and she turned like 80 something.
See,
that's not even that old.
That's not. And people like to act like it was so long ago, like it was like the dark ages, like it was like in the caveman times. No, this was recent. This was recent as shit. So please, as you're talking about how far back slavery happened, okay, let's talk about the Holocaust. That was a long ass time ago. Let's stop bringing that shit up. Stop bringing it up. If you want to stop bringing up everything, stop bringing up the Holocaust. Stop bringing up Pearl Harbor. Stop bringing up all that shit. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. You guys love to talk about 9/11.
I don't even see how people meet. They don't even meet the energy the same way. They don't even meet the energy.
No. Because
they always say, "Oh my God, black people talk about it all the time. It's every day."
But then they took us to Holocaust museums so much when I was younger, when I was in school.
I still don't think that people don't understand. They still don't get it. They still don't get it because, like, black people really have it the worst. Like, black and being a woman, you really have it the worst out here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many more levels of discrimination that we can also get. You know what I mean? You could be a Holocaust survivor or be descendants of someone that was in the Holocaust, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still look white. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to not get a job because of how you look. I really doubt it.
You're a white person.
You know what I'm saying?
You were just Jewish.
You know what I mean? You're still going to have an upper hand in a lot of different situations, you know? But for us, at the end of the day, I still have to carry, and I love being black, don't get me wrong, I still have to carry being black. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So when I go into an interview, there's other things that are playing against me. Also being, a woman as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that simple. Like, people really just want to be like, people always talk about that. People always talk about, like, y'all don't understand that it's more than just,
no,
race.
They act like they don't understand because they're the main ones that say, oh, they don't see color. But then when somebody does them wrong, the first thing they want to talk about is their race.
Yeah.
You know when I was in high school, people used to be, I'm colorblind. I love everybody. Why was I walking down the hallway and I hear a group of white boys talking about some guy that did something in their class. And when I use words, I'm very descriptive, so I say the race. I don't think saying a race is the problem, but there's a way that you say some things that make it derogatory. Yeah. And it was this black boy in my class, and he was it was a black guy. Yeah, he was black. And it was people that had a country accent. So you know that shit sounded a little bit. It even sounded a little in my ear.
Yeah.
I said, why is that? Why am I walking through the hallway and I hear you and all I hear is black with so much energy?
Yeah.
So much energy.
Yeah.
So please don't come and say that you guys don't see race, because there wasn't there an actor who said that like a while ago, who said one of his female friends was raped, and then
Liam Neeson.
Yes. So one of his female friends was raped, and the person who raped her, unfortunately, was a black person, right? Didn't this man say he was looking at every black guy wanted to kill them?
Yep.
Because his friend was raped by a black criminal. Mm-hmm. A criminal.
He said
who happened to be black.
He wanted to kill every black person. Like, he was looking for any. He said he was literally looking for
any black person that got on his nerves so he could fuck them up. You see,
like, where do y'all have? It's sick. Sometimes I even think about white people and I'm just like, are they even cut from the same cloth?
No.
Who says that? Who goes out there and they're literally just trying to kill anybody? Just kill any roles reversed. Black guys going out there trying to just kill any white person. Like, who even thinks about that? I would never even think about that. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I've been done wrong by a bunch of different white people, but I don't sit here and look at every white person and think,
cause them harm.
Yeah, and be like, oh no, now I'm gonna treat them disrespectful because I was disrespected that one time.
I just stay away from you. That's
what I'm saying?
Is that not the most that you should do? Is just stay out of,
like,
stay clear.
If, really
if they bother you that much, you see what I'm.
But you see white people, they want to take it and they want to cause
they
harm. What has happened to y'all? What has happened to you? What mechanism? What's going on into y'all's heads to where you're thinking like that? Like, everything has to be
Cleo. Let me tell you the reason.
Kill.
No. They're not. He's not killing a regular person, Cleo. Get it through your head. Cleo, he's out here being Superman, saving the rest of the society from us black criminals, from us, because we are the ones that are dangerous. So that's what he's doing. So just in case you didn't know, I just shed the light on it for you.
Guys, and it's all for simple skin color. From being DACA. I just like to always, I really like to always, when I have conversations like this, I always like to just bring it back and just really hit the root of what we're really talking about. Literally being darker. That's why you guys have so much hate. Oh, Lord, please come down and help some of these people, bro. Help some of these people.
My people are so comfortable telling us how to feel about stuff that they do wrong, that they don't even show the same energy for when it happens to them within their community. I don't see anybody that was white over there talking about some praying for the person who shot up that high school in Florida full of those white kids. I don't see any of them saying, yeah, pray for them. And it was white on white crime.
Yeah.
I don't see black judges over here getting off the stand when it's black on black crime, talking to a black person they're about to send a jail, giving them a pep talk. Maybe they don't record it.
No,
maybe they don't record it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Maybe they recorded this one to show us, if he can get over and he's the family, I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about it. Please, I don't operate like that, boo.
Can they please record the rest of this woman's trials, please?
I don't operate that like that, boo.
I want to see. Does she treat everybody like that, or is it just?
I cannot believe this judge really got off the stand. She was over there crying, wiping tears.
You're meant to be impartial. You're meant to not even show. Like, you're not even meant to show all of that.
I thought she would be crying because the mother, the family got justice for their kid. It'll be different if somebody was crying because a murderer that they were looking for a long time finally came to justice.
You cannot tell me there's not a conspiracy connected to this, because in no way does it make sense. And another thing I wanted to even bring up, if you can bring your phone out, if matters weren't already worse, you guys, they literally have a video clip of some of the jurors, talking about why they sentenced her to only 10 years. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a white guy and a black woman.
Hold on. Let me buy my volume. I want to make sure that you guys can hear it because I don't know what this is either. So go ahead.
Told everyone, I was like, I'm really having a hard time with this because we all agree that it was a mistake, and I don't think I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want to forgive her. And I didn't feel like I had any right to speak for him. And he isn't there to talk for himself. But listening to how people talked about him, I felt like he would forgive her.
They asked for 28 years, and I'm going to be honest and true. I was like, I can't give her.
I told everyone, I was like, I'm really having a hard...
She was going to say, I can't give... Where's your Twitter? She was going to say, I can't give her 28 years.
Why? How are you not a juror? Isn't that what a juror's job is to do, is to judge for somebody? How are you going to say you can't speak for him? It's not that hard. That's what you're there to do. Why can you not give her 28 years? Miss, I'm so sorry. So when you guys hear us talking about how people forgive white people, we're not talking about white people only.
Was not an easy one.
We're talking about everybody.
And that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
Can I give her a hug, please? Please?
It was this moment of grace and forgiveness to Geiger from Jean's brother Brad that has the jurors convinced they made the right decision.
We found out this morning about what his brother did, and it kind of helped us feel like we ended up with the right decision.
Get out the words. Get the words out. You know you bullshitting, nigga. Get the words out. Get the words out.
I really wanted to show you guys more of what the black girl said, to be honest.
Get the words out.
Like,
over here lying. What?
Like, did someone pay them? Did someone pay y'all to say that?
Girl, what?
Like, do y'all really feel that way? Like, is there some part of, like, you know, some part of the trial that they didn't show us, like some evidence they didn't show us? Because I don't understand why everyone's treating it as though it was like an accident. I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, do white tears have like some type of magical effect on people that's not hitting me right? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand, you know, like I don't get it. I don't get it, Vi.
Oh my God. I feel like I hope you guys have been able to follow along. I know that this is the most heated we've ever been in a discussion, but this is because this is actually life or death. Okay? For some of you that might be listening, it might not be that way for you in your life. But I just want you to please try to look at it from our point of view. Close your eyes and imagine that you're in a place where people that look like you, people that could be related to you, people that are in your community are treated like garbage by everyone, including your community. And then they're also murdered, and the people, the murderers are treated like victims at the end of it, and usually they don't get sentences. Please tell me how you would feel walking around and seeing that all the time on the news, seeing that all the time on your Twitter feed, seeing that all the time on your Instagram, how these people are never tried correctly. It would be depressing to you, and it would make you angry. So we're going to be angry if we need to be angry, because this is upsetting. So for everybody feeling like we should forgive if we're Christian and yada, 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 just stop. Because none of you have ever been in our place. And if you are black and you feel that way, then you don't need to come and preach it to me because you want to feel that way. That's your business. Whatever helps you sleep at night. But that type of brainwashing, I'm not with it, boo. I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm happy that everybody's forgiving this lady and trying to make it seem like somebody did her wrong for giving her barely 10 years. They're acting like they gave this lady 100 years.
I even have another video that I want you guys to hear. Okay?
Who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand.
Ain't nobody standing.
I didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Oh, interesting. But white people will still be like, white people didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it on.
In the video, there was all ages and all genders of white people sitting in there. There was old white people, there was young white people, there was white women, there was white men, there was redheads, there was brunettes, there were blondes. Everybody was seated there.
Didn't nobody stand up?
You know why nobody stood up? Because you know that you are not colorblind, bitch. You know that you see when someone is mistreated, and you know that when you see that someone is a victim and they don't get justice, you notice that the person is usually black.
They love to lie.
You notice they're black.
They love to lie. They love to lie.
Pinocchio. You're lying so much.
They love to lie. Talking about in Twitter comments, talking about some, you black people always want to say that white privilege is a thing. It's not a thing. I was watching on Netflix Chelsea Handler's little Hello Privilege or whatever, where she tried to try to show that white privilege is a thing or whatever. And there was like a scene where she was asking a bunch of white people, oh, do you think it's a thing? Like, just and then they were pretty much just all like acting as though like they didn't really know what she's talking about. Like, no, we're all treated the same. I don't treat anybody different. I don't do this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Why did they do that?
It's just like there's no need.
Who are you putting the front up for?
Exactly, but they want to do that so bad, to just keep continue what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if they admit,
then that means they're the problem. Nobody said that if you admit that there's white privilege, that it's your fault that there's white privilege. Nobody said that.
Exactly.
But it's your fault that nothing is changing because you try to act like it doesn't happen.
Exactly, which is even worse. In my eyes, I think it's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least Chelsea Handler can admit it. And I know a lot of people aren't here for her.
I actually like her.
And aren't here for it because it's just like, it's white privilege within itself for you to even be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? But at least she's like trying to say something more than
because white people like to listen to white people when it comes to racism. That's why.
Some other white people that aren't even like saying anything. There's a lot of white people in Hollywood that haven't said shit about race, and they probably don't even give a fuck too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's people who aren't even white who don't talk about race, but then when they want to say some racist shit, they try to claim they're black.
Yeah. I'm
so sorry. We're not gonna talk about this today, but that happens a lot. So, whatever basketball wife that bitch was, we see you. That's another common trait that happens in America. You guys like to talk shit about us.
Oh, and then she's talking about Evelyn Lozado.
And then whenever people call you out and you're a minority who is you're a minority who is not black, you want to come and say that you're black somehow through your ancestry. Yeah. Down the line, 500,000 years ago, there was a drop of black and now you're black, and you never claimed it before. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop. So please, we have to stop. Black people, we have to stop.
Yeah.
You have to stop ass kissing these white people. You have to stop telling them it's okay to shit on your family, to shit on you.
Yeah.
And then try to turn around and get mad when they show you that that's what they feel about you.
Yeah.
Then you want to act surprised like you don't know why they're treating you like this.
Yeah.
You see how we act when they do stuff wrong?
And stop just giving away these black cards and giving
I never liked that.
Cookouts and all this.
I never liked that
stuff. Like, yes, it's fun, and I understand. And I'm not saying that like, you could never do it, but like sometimes it just be to like the dumbest stuff. It be to nothing. Like I kind of feel like that example I gave with that actor, just because he can use cap in a fucking sentence. Okay, who can't use cap in a fucking sentence? That's vernacular everybody's using. Yes, obviously descended from black people. Like,
but that's all the pop culture. That's all the pop culture.
But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be giving him some claps for that. You know what I mean?
Like, what I don't like about the black card situation is that it makes it not even about giving away the black card. I just never liked the idea of having a black card because it makes people of other races and black people feel like they have to act a certain way to be seen as black.
Yeah.
And I realized that there was a black card because I'm like, when I moved to Houston, I moved from a predominantly Hispanic area. Mm-hmm. So when I moved here, everybody was saying that I wasn't black all the way because I hadn't seen stereotypical black movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't do this and I hadn't done that. So then when you're saying all of this in front of other people who are not black to a black person, then they feel like, okay, if they just act like they know the culture a little bit, then you're gonna accept them. So they're out here talking about oh yeah, I watched this movie, da-da-da-da-da, I can say nigga because da-da-da-da-da, I can get braids because da-da-da-da-da, because you guys like to say that if you follow this criteria, you can be black. No, bitch. I am black because I have black skin. That's what makes me black. Point blank period. That's the only thing that makes me black. You, just because you grew up in a black culture, does not make you a black person.
Yeah.
You are just culturally aware of how black people in your area act. That doesn't mean that every black person has to act like that. Every black person, you don't have to be a stereotype. I'm sorry. You don't have to fall under the umbrella of, oh, being this way or being that way to show that you're a true black person. You don't have to fall under an umbrella or fall under a stereotype of feeling this way, feeling that way to show that you're a true Christian. Mm-hmm. You don't have to say that you are forgiving someone who obviously did something horrible with evil in their heart. Yeah. Just to say that you're a good Christian. Yeah. You could be a good Christian and still be upset. Yeah. Forgiving does not mean that you don't have to be upset about anything. Yeah. To be hugging her and crying and giving her pep talks and saying that 10 years is even too much. This lady's going to get off, want to bet? 2 years. Yeah. She'll be out.
I feel like now taking your anger and like trying to evoke vengeance or trying to like go and kill someone, like obviously that's an issue. You shouldn't do that. That's not Christian like. But I don't like how people always think that, you know, for black people it's just like you know you have to be forgiving. Like you have to say like it's okay. You have to just forgive them. You just have to. You know what I mean?
It's expected of you.
If you don't, then you're like
like an issue. Then you're made out to be the one that's evil angry, in the court. Exactly. That's what's
angry,
so crazy.
Evil. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
and I've
be seeing white people even more mad. You know what
I've seen white people get so mad at court, like, you know,
they've jumped across the freaking stands to try to
come and kill a bitch, beat somebody up. Yeah. And I've seen that shit with like white parents. Yeah. Whenever like those U.S. gymnasts, Olympic gymnasts, their daughters were talking about how they were raped and stuff. Oh, by I've seen these dads try to throw the whole shit over to go fuck this nigga up, and he got so many years. Yeah. But I don't see nobody in the comments saying that he was doing too much. Exactly. And his daughter's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Getting raped is horrible. Exactly. I'm not saying that it's better, it's worse, but his daughter is still there, and he was allowed to express that he was angry. Yeah. Please bet money if the brother did that, they'll be escorting him out in handcuffs. Mm-hmm. And the judge was even saying, yeah, I understand how you feel, but you have to act professionally. That's what she said to him. Please bet money if the black brother that in this court case did this for his brother that was murdered, they would have escorted his ass out and told him that he was acting wrong and he was doing the most. They would have told him to get out, because that's what they like to do to us. We're not allowed to have any type of negative feelings, even though people are doing negative actions to us. We're just supposed to be happy-go-lucky all the time. Supposed to be shucking and jiving.
It's just not realistic.
Like, no.
You know, I just hope that, you know, black people can just be more aware and stuff like that. Yeah. And I definitely want to hear what everybody has to say. So. And I sorry, not to cut you off, but I just want you, if you're going to be forgiving, to be because you actually forgave them and not just to say it, and to look at the reason why you're forgiving them. You know, talk to yourself and see, why am I forgiving this person right now for doing this to me? Don't just say it out of instinct, out of pattern. Oh yeah, I forgive you. Do you really? And if you're forgiving this person, then look at what they're doing to you to make you forgive them. And that's all I want to say about that. Yeah. I just really want you guys to, you know, comment and say how you feel. We're gonna put it on YouTube, so if you want to check it out on YouTube and like leave a comment and actually have a dialogue with us, that'd be great. But
we're gonna link the videos too, also on the YouTube video, so you can see, you know, her court hearing or whatever.
This was definitely a really good, insightful, you know, conversation. And please look at this case, you know, check it out, check out the videos. We're gonna link them like we said. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about all of this. So thank you guys for listening though. All right, bye. Okay, hey you guys, this is gonna be an update. All right, you might have listened to the last clip and thought it was finished, but we're back at it pretty much, because there's been some reoccurring or some new news that's came out. You know,
this is really so sad. So basically, the key witness in this case, we're just gonna this whole session we're just gonna bring it back to the case, because this case is just getting fishy. At first, it was a little side-eye-ish, but now it's just like, it's stank.
Like, we're thinking there's some type of, for real, conspiracy with
Cleo was saying that last clip.
Officers or
and something. At first, I was like, maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's programming. But honestly, Cleo, I think your conspiracy theory was correct. Like the main witness of this fucking case,
Joshua Brown,
was his neighbor. And rest in peace. I'm saying rest in peace because he has just conveniently been shot up, murdered
at point blank range. You're saying in the mouth, y'all. And
what does that mean?
Usually when people are shot in the mouth, that means it's silencer pretty much, or silencing him. So don't want him to talk because they claim he's a snitch, pretty much.
This is a message to anyone else who probably would have said something, who had something else to say, who may have seen something, who knows something, that if you go and testify, you say what you saw against this gang member that is named Amber, because we all know this fucking law system is basically a gang, a cult. If you go and speak up against them, you are dead. Like, they killed him for that reason, literally. Why would they shoot him perfectly in the mouth?
Yeah.
Perfectly. That's to show you guys it was not a mistake. And now, of course, you know like how they like to do. They want to come and say he was part of multiple drive-bys before.
Yeah. He's a gang member.
And he's a gang member.
And mind you guys, he also has a son. Now is fatherless because of what?
Because he testified
I mean? For
he
nothing.
testified on a case where someone was murdered. Like,
and you should. And it's funny because conveniently in the clip they were saying, oh, the prosecutor, the Dallas prosecutor came out and was like, oh wow, he's such a good guy, and he came out to speak when nobody else would.
I wonder why. If
you're a witness to a crime, shouldn't you say something? You know what I'm saying?
It's a crime. That's what you're supposed to do as a law-abiding citizen.
But apparently now you can't do that when police are involved, really, because guess what? You'll get popped, apparently, when you're trying to do the right thing.
Because it's a cop. No, whose fault is it that the person who murdered my neighbor was a cop? That had nothing to do with me. If you don't want to be in jail with the people you sentenced to life in prison, don't do criminal ass shit.
Yeah.
Stop
trying to skirt the law just because you're a cop.
Does that make sense? So if since I work in retail, I get to steal all the shit that's at the store because I work there.
Like, come on now, make it make sense, boo. And not only with that, this woman, Amber Geiger, this bitch is a hoe, y'all. She's a hoe. And I was shocked I shouldn't even be shocked because she's obviously not a good person. She literally murdered somebody, okay? But apparently, little Missy had been getting around. So she was apparently sleeping with another cop that was married, mind y'all, okay? So she was having an affair. And guess who she called after she killed Botham? She called her little side piece. She called him, hey, saying all that stuff about, oh, I killed him, rushing back and forth. I got a video of her racing back and forth because, she killed him, and she was like, oh my God, I have to call my side nigga. I gotta call the nigga that'll help me bury the body. Yep. Homie said, psych knobbish, you got it. And now look at where she's at. And not only that, even after she killed both of them, this woman was still sending nudes to her side piece. Please, if you're gonna be someone that's on the stand trying to make it seem like Amber is so, they really want this woman to be like no. If you're gonna be on the stand making it seem like Amber is so sorrowful for what she's done, this is Amber's mother. She wants to take his place. It don't seem like it, sis, because a few days after she killed somebody, what was she doing? She had sex drive to go out fuck. She was sending nudes for the dick. Wow. So she can go and get it in some more. Because killing black people just make me so horny. She said, I can't go down for a black person. Please, it didn't matter. That's why she said, I'm a cop. I can still send nudes. Because clearly, guess what? She was relaxing and she was relaxing. She still had a sex drive. She was doing everything. She wasn't worried or nothing. Sis was living her best life. You think that after you kill somebody, cold blood, that you would be a little bit somber. A little, oh my God. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, maybe. No, she could do anything and more, baby. Sending pics, hot and ready. Pum 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 pum. Now, let's do some titties. I'll show you some titties. Okay. Like, really, sis, really? That's the first thing that came to her mind after killing somebody. And now y'all want me to come and feel bad and forgive? Forgive what? What am I forgiving? They're trying so hard for us to really forgive her. Like, but anyways, besides her though, we're starting to think that maybe like that's the reason why the family was just, so adamant. On her not getting time. Because I don't know if you guys remember in the first clip, but I remember I specifically said that the reason this boy's brother was over here trying to forgive so hard was to look good in front of his church people, to show that he's like a good Christian. Mm-hmm. And that's really what I thought at the time. Yeah. But after hearing that the key witness that is the main reason that she is even getting sentenced is going to jail. I mean, has been murdered. Excuse me. The key witness has been murdered. I know for facts that, you know what, maybe I was wrong
Maybe it's not the Christianity thing, because if you look at the clip of the brother trying to say what he's trying to say, he is really struggling. He's pulling at his necktie. He's pulling it, talking about some, I don't even want her to go to jail, looking around, stuttering, can't even get his words out.
Yeah.
Like, homie was really up here, really trying to convince all these white police officers that he was really for Amber's safety.
Everything
I want the
just
best
looks
for her.
forced. Like, I don't know, it just didn't seem natural.
Because it would have been different if there was white cops also consoling her.
Yeah.
But everyone that was consoling her in that courtroom was
so
black.
Was black. Very
There was
odd,
literally
very
a
weird.
white male police officer behind the same black police officer that was stroking her hair.
Yeah.
I didn't see him move not once to go up and go comfort.
That's the one that called her.
That's the one that even called her to go.
Yeah, to even call the black police officer to come brush her hair, come show her company, show her some comfort. For what?
Like, I don't understand. I just wait. I just don't understand how they were able to convince the judge also. That's why. That's the only reason, because nothing else is making sense. It would have been different if everyone in the courtroom was going up to hug her, but they made sure to get good pictures of all the black people doing stuff to make her feel better about herself.
That's why I think that Shorty, Amber, whatever.
Propaganda.
I think she knew Botham. Like, clearly she had to have known him in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the way that she entered the house, you guys, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be a key fob in order for her to have been able to get into that apartment. So you can't just use any random key or pick a lock to get in there. So Botham must have known her somehow, you know what I'm saying, in order to have gotten the key. And it's not weird to have known, for her to have known him. Like, they lived in the same apartment. She lived like above him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know your neighbors sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not so far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Somehow it's all connected. She's connected to the cops. The cops were telling the family, you better do this. I just don't get it. Like, but then it's like, if that was the case, then it's like, why did she even get jail time at all? You know what I'm saying?
Because for the public, it doesn't make sense.
Girl, crazier things have happened.
That's true. But I think it's because of how social media was really gassing it, because the nigga literally didn't do anything. And her story from the beginning was nonsense. How is she going to say that she was drunk and she didn't know her apartment? Okay. Yeah. So if you don't know your apartment,
was that her story?
Drunk, that's what it was in the beginning. That's why I stopped listening to it, because I was just like, honestly, this is not.
So she was in her uniform drunk. That's funny. So she was on call.
They said that apparently her shift ended. She went to go drink with her friends.
Oh,
that's what you see.
Right.
Okay, exactly. So unless I'm making shit up, but that's what I heard that they had said in the beginning. Yeah. Like last year when the shit happened, maybe they changed it and they scratched it from the internet.
If you're drunk, why? I just find it so.
No, because she's drunk. Okay, let me tell you what they said happened. This is why I was like, the keys aren't making sense. So you either are lying or you're lying. Yeah. So she said she was drunk. She didn't know what was her floor. Okay. You went to the wrong door. Cool. The key is not opening. The key is not opening.
Yeah.
Okay. So unless there's a struggle, or you break down this door.
Yeah.
Or he opens the door for you. Mm-hmm. You can't shoot this nigga because you can't get in. Yeah. Unless you have a key. So how did you get in?
Yeah.
Because apparently he didn't open the door for you.
Yeah.
Because at first they were saying, like, before, like, her statements came out, they were saying, like, oh, yeah, he opened the door and she got scared that someone was in her apartment, so she just shot him. Yeah. Okay, but he wasn't shot in front of his house, door.
And then another thing that they were saying is that she was claiming as though the door was ajar, like, was open.
She's a liar.
But they had, like, shown, like, I think it was a video from that apartment, or some apartments like it, how, like, when you dealing with, like, a certain apartments, what's good about them is that the door closes right behind you.
Because it's a heavy ass door.
It's a heavy door. It goes boom, it closes, it shuts like that. So she was claiming, I saw in the witness or whatever, when she was witnessing or whatever she was doing, she was saying, oh, I stood in the doorway and shot him. Well, no, that's not possible, because the door would have came and slammed in your face. It would have been shot. So you really got in there well. You got in there well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are little things that you really shouldn't be lying about if you're telling the truth. Exactly. Like, were you in there or were you out? Or were you holding the door? Like, what were you doing?
She doesn't remember because she was drunk. She don't remember.
But then it's like, if that's the case, if you were drunk, sis, what you bringing the gun out for? What you doing all that for?
Exactly. If you were drunk, please tell me how you got in. If you didn't have the key, if you didn't know him, if you really...
Girl, you roll my eyes.
Y'all knew each other. So either he let you in and he went back to sit down and y'all were arguing, or you had a key.
There's some rumors that Rest in peace, Botham Jean. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but you know there is some rumors that like you know maybe they had a little relationship or something like that. She is already crazy. I think that we've already proved that she's a psycho, and maybe he did something. She got mad and she popped him. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what else is?
I don't know.
You can't. Oh my God, sis. We already know if you're fucking a black man, you won't come and die. You know.
I mean, that can't be the worst.
At
least he was single.
She said, I can't go to jail. She said, I can't go to jail for a black guy. Please. It's not a black person. That's why she was sending nudes to old boy.
Maybe you can get me out. Do some shit. Get me out of
girl. That boy, he left her like high and dry.
He probably did it. He probably the one who fucking killed the other dude.
Which one?
Fucking witness.
Oh.
Trying to come and say drive by my ass.
Really, these police officers are gang members. Obviously,
that's how it is.
They're the real gang.
You can't speak up against them. They have everyone in every corner because they're the ones who do their own internal investigation. Please, how does that make sense? How? How are you gonna do
suspects at this point?
Because the suspects are in the police force.
You're never gonna find suspects. Exactly.
You're not gonna try. You're trying to tell me that if you see someone trying to testify against your friend that you work with, that you feel like is a law-abiding citizen, she's a cop. She puts your life on the line every day. Yeah. You're not gonna try and tell the suspect. I mean the what is it called?
The witness.
The witness to shut their asses up. You know, like maybe they won't threaten you, but they'll allude to like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? Like that's just a waste of time. You know, nothing's really gonna come out of this case anyway.
Yeah. I just don't like how like things are corrupt. Like I think everybody knows that everything in life is corrupt. You know what I mean? The government's corrupt. You know, institutions are corrupt. Everything's corrupt. So I just don't like how everyone acts like it's so far-fetched to think that the police have done it. Like,
exactly.
Everyone's acting like it's just a big reach. It's not a reach. Everything is corrupt. Everyone knows it's corrupt.
Even the FBI.
Exactly. Everything's corrupt. There's nothing that's not corrupt.
If the FBI wasn't corrupt, then why would the KKK still be here and the Black Panthers were all being shot up?
Like, I think we all know that. Like,
how does that make sense?
A lot of people act like woefully ignorant. For what reason?
Trying to make it seem like just because you have a job where you're supposed to protect people and they protect y'all, that then all of a sudden they don't have any, oh no, there's no way that they can protect me and not her. That doesn't make any sense. Bitch, have you not seen videos of them beating me while they tell you to sit in the car and relax? I don't get it. Everybody wants to act so dumb.
Yeah.
Killing someone that had a child just because he testified against the murderer. You're a murderer. It's not my fault that you're a cop.
And then trying to spin that he's a gang member and a thug and a this and a that. For just because he's black. Like, come on, y'all. It's just tired. Like, don't these niggas get tired? Like, don't these news
anchors?
News anchors, these blogs or whatever. Like, don't they get tired? Don't y'all get tired of lying?
Like,
just saying
really, y'all
about
found
any black
weed?
person just because there's some weed. Okay.
They said that they found 10 grams of weed.
They saw 10 grams of weed in Botham Jean's apartment
last year.
Okay, yay. You found weed. Does that imply that he should have gotten shot in his own house? Y'all are so stupid, bro. I would literally fight y'all. Like, come on, y'all didn't deserve to be slapped in your freaking face for that. So he deserved to die because y'all found 10 grams of weed. It equals out, huh? It equals out, huh?
Because he's already a criminal.
So never mind. We can pardon her. We can pardon her murder in cold blood because we saw weed, y'all. We found weed.
A criminal killed another criminal. A criminal got rid of another criminal. It's okay. Okay, but whose crime was worse? Y'all like to say all crimes are created equal. No, all sins are not created equal. I'm sorry. Please, who murdered somebody and who is smoking in a country where smoking is almost legal, but in a state where smoking is illegal?
Exactly.
It's
literally legal. It's literally legal in certain places. So stop acting as though it's just like this crazy contraband, like it's fucking meth or something.
Bitch, sis look like she do meth, like she do crack.
Like
you saw them damn wrinkles around her lips.
It's like some serious contraband right now.
Like he really had to fly to another foreign country in Latin America to come and get some shit.
Exactly. We found 10 grams of weed.
People making millions. Making millions.
He's a bad guy. Sorry, y'all. He deserves to die because of that.
Well, you think that she was wrong in killing him? Guess what we found in his apartment? Nope, we didn't find any abducted children. No, we didn't find any tied people that were bloodied and bruised and raped up. We found marijuana.
And he's black. Sorry, you already know what that means.
Life. He would have got life anyway.
He's obviously the worst person out here. Like, bro, it's ridiculous.
He would have got life anyway.
I'm so tired of at this point, like, sometimes when I think about, like, all the injustice against people of color in America, I just sigh. I just sigh because at this point, I just feel like, what can I do? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's so many things are corrupt. It's exhausting.
It's like, where are you even supposed to start?
Exactly.
Where are you meant to start?
It's exhausting. I just shrug my shoulders and I'm just like, you know, I'm not shocked. You know what I mean? All I can do is just keep going through life and keep pushing. You know what I mean? Try to do the best to stay on the straight and narrow, I guess.
Even if you are in straight and narrow, that's what's getting annoying. At least before it used to be like, okay, if you try to make sure you're not like doing any shit wrong, you can kind of avoid trouble. But then they noticed that all the black people started kind of behaving.
Exactly.
So then they started finding people that were behaving to come in to make it seem like they're misbehaving.
Look at this, the guy that fell asleep for jury duty, and now he's got 10 days in jail. Giving him a record just to give him a record. Like, they'll do anything to mess up a black person's record.
Please say it again, because I don't think this is another case. Please say it.
Oh, I don't know where the case came out of, but it was a young black guy that had jury duty and he overslept. So since he overslept, they decided to give him 10 days in jail.
So is that a record or is that not a record?
What? It's a record.
It's a record.
Yeah.
It's a record for missing jury duty. But we're supposed to let Amber, who killed somebody, get off scot-free because it was a mistake. Because it wasn't, but it's still murder. Even if it was a mistake, okay. I know people who have to go to jail because they killed someone who was abusing them, like domestic violence cases. Because the lady still murdered her husband or her abuser, so it's still murder.
Yeah.
Even though you would feel like, okay, it's justified because in that moment, that's what she felt like she had to do to get out of the situation. She still got time. So why am I pardoning someone who wasn't going through shit? Just to murder because she could.
Yeah.
You want to come and cry crocodile tears for us? And your face wasn't even as red as it could be since you white. You wasn't really crying. You were supposed to be red from the neck. Tears, sobbing, snot. Nothing was coming out but, I want to take his place. Your mom with the same bullshit line. Is that the only line y'all could come up with to think
That's
of?
That's it.
That's all y'all
kept
saying.
Even when her mom was saying that, I didn't believe nothing.
Exactly. I said
she was just like, she literally looked at the camera and she was like, and she even wants to take his place. Like, sis, can you at least try to work on your acting skills like a bit? You know, at least Amber, she was gonna be wholehearted with, I guess, because she's the one doing time. But at least Amber was wholehearted with it, like not wholehearted, but you know what I mean. It was like
at least put a little bit more effort
in there. She was like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see a tear fall, but I did hear some. So you know, that's her acting skills right there. You know, she didn't claim that she was meant to get an Oscar, but she did try, right? So
no, I'm sorry. What? You know what they did? They put this lady's old wrinkly ass mother up there because that lady is so old. They're like, you know, maybe this old lady seems like she's just gonna die if her daughter goes to jail.
She didn't even seem like she was like tore up.
She didn't, because she knows her daughter ain't shit. And she know her daughter probably killed somebody else.
This bitch already knows that she's gonna be out in a minute. They're already appealing. I don't know if we mentioned that, but they already are appealing. Her team is already appealing her sentencing. So this bitch is pretty much gonna be out.
This sentence came out a week ago, Sha. This sentence came out a week ago.
And guess who should we thank for her appeal? Botham Jean's brother,
the father.
Please let me hug her. I have to.
I want to be her friend afterwards.
She's shuffling over there.
She ran over there. She said, "Oh my god, my side nigga number 4." Girl,
I bet.
I hope y'all can't hear this.
About what she's doing up
Yo, if y'all hear background noise, I'm sorry. We're really comfortable for this second piece because this is news that we got and we wanted to record this stat. So the share supplement in the background, we real comfy right now because we just watched a whole bunch of clips and videos because we're not just trying to talk shit out from the ass.
Yeah.
Sis. Someone is appealing. Guess who's gonna get out? Guess who's not gonna get jail time? Guess who knew she was gonna appeal? Everybody. Every fucking body knew she was gonna appeal. You know how I knew she was gonna appeal? When I found out that this guy, the main witness, let me please reinstate, the main witness that is responsible for her getting time is dead. Who's gonna be the witness now when they speak for her appeal? Who's gonna talk?
They're trying to cite. That's what they're trying to.
He's out the picture. Nobody.
Like clearly, and you cannot tell me it's not an inside job, y'all. Who else? Who else would? I don't see why any black person would want to be shooting him.
No,
You know what I'm
he didn't do
saying?
shit to. It would be different if
anything.
you know Amber was a black cop and he was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's like okay, you know, don't put your own people in jail.
Yeah.
Okay, still wrong, but okay.
But
in this
that
case,
was literally nothing. They lived in an affluent neighborhood. That fucking apartment rent was a lot of motherfucking money. It's not one of those.
It's like 1,500 to like even more than that.
Girl, we're from Houston, okay? We used to live in Dallas for a little bit for school.
Yeah.
Dallas is a little bit bougie when it comes to the inner city, comparatively speaking to Houston. So when they said those apartments were bougie, a little bit bougie, I know that they really mean it. It's not like, okay, it's bougie in the same street where there's some rundown homes. That's not how Dallas is built. Maybe you might see that shit in Houston, because that shit is really there.
Yeah.
But in Dallas, no. The rich people, all the people that got money, they're all in an area. And then the people who are kind of hood and stuff, they're in another area. It's not combined.
Yeah.
Houston is kind of combined. Whereas like down the street, it's a whole bunch of big ass houses, and then up the street, it's some shacks and shit.
Yeah.
That's really how it is with potholes and shit. Not over there. So they're trying to say that homie was a hoodlum. They're fucking lying.
Yeah.
And they need to stop shitting on his name because he didn't do shit wrong. He was the only one who was in the fucking courtroom looking like they were really distraught. And then the mom, obviously.
Yeah.
But the mom was, you know, to the side. He was up there. He couldn't even get the words out when he was trying to say how him and Botham used to be interacting and stuff. Like, he couldn't even get it out. He was really just trying to say that he used to be hearing him singing in the morning, and he was choked up, sobbing tissue. And you already know guys don't like to cry. And sis, that's really sorry about murdering someone, not one tear. And you really expect me to believe that you're sorry? I know everyone mourns differently, but if you're going to cry, you need to make sure that you can cry, sis.
Yeah.
Because you cannot come and cry and those tears are coming out. Why are you lying?
I seen better acting from people that were actually, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I've just seen more tears from like, you know, other people that, you know,
trying to throw a tantrum just to make noise. But them little kids be in my damn store throwing tantrums. I see real tears come out. Sis, if you're really trying to be like... she just knew. She already knew. She already knew. She just wanted to make it...
She just, you know, for like appearances, bitch.
For the camera, you know, for us.
She's like,
for the Christians that are in the comment sections of these videos talking about, wow, look at the forgiveness. I don't like how everyone forgiving, like I had said before, I'm going to say it again, are black people. So now... since everyone they pictured forgiving and hugging her and touching her and stuff are all black people, the damn judge gave her a damn Bible.
I've seen a good amount of white people that are even still like outraged.
Yes, but on the news
forgive.
outlets.
Oh, yet they want to forgive. Oh, interesting.
Isn't that the truth? Please, why was the judge giving her a Bible? Like, just trying to show us that this is how we're supposed to handle crimes committed against our community.
Injustices done to us. That's how we should do it.
Because it would have been different if at least a few white people were trying to touch her ass. Everyone that was fighting to go hug her ass
in my opinion,
was black.
In my opinion, as a Christian or whatever, speaking, I feel as though if I was to forgive, you know what I'm saying, forgive her, it would be from a distance. You know what I'm saying? It would not be any of that hugging up close. We don't need to chat after. We don't need to chat ever, really. You know what I mean? Like, all I need to do is to see that you're going to jail.
And then get the hate on my heart.
You know, and exactly. Then I'll go about it. Like, I just don't like this notion of that just because you're a Christian, that all Christians have to be one and the same and do the same thing. Like, at the end of the day, we all are still human. You know what I mean? Just because you're a Christian does not mean you're a perfect being. There's so many corrupt Christians. Let's not even get it started. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't like that. Oh, you're a Christian. You should be feeling like this and that. And you should be forgiving. You should. It's like, no, don't tell me what I should and should not do. You know what I'm saying? I can handle it differently. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I can forgive her in my own time. I do not need to go up and hug her and please to go hug her. You know what I'm saying? On the witness stand. I don't need to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? To prove that I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Is she Christian? Do you know?
The girl, the woman? Like Amber?
Yeah.
No, that's why they were saying, that's why the judge, when she came down there, was telling her, they got a clip of her audio, a little bit of what she said. She was like, don't focus on what you've done, just focus on the future and dedicate your life to Christ. And then that's why she gave her a Bible. Like, I don't know for sure, but they're already assuming that she's not a Christian. And that's why she gave her a Bible, telling her, like, you need to turn your life around. Because obviously she's been fucking with a married man, too. So they're just like, okay, you need to change your life around, sis. While you're in the jail cell, you need to take this book and you need to change your life and start reading it and get it in your life.
Okay, because I was going to say, if she's a Christian, then they don't need to be sitting here telling telling us how to take what she's done, because they could have just said, you're a Christian, how could you do this? This is not Christian-like. Yeah. But I guess if she's not a Christian, then they're not going to say that.
I don't know if they asked her.
Okay.
But I'm just assuming that how everybody's gone about it. And even, was it the father? It was either the father or it was the brother of Botham. They were like, oh, saying it's pretty much the same thing. Like, Botham would want to see you become a Christian. Like, you know what I mean? And even that video we were watching from Lovely T, that's what she was alluding to as well. Like, when she slowed down his speech or whatever, like she was kind of like, oh, he was saying his brother's name. He was saying Botham, but it was just slowed down. Oh. But she was kind of alluding to that, he, like, that's what Botham wanted. Kind of like, okay.
Oh, like he knew her.
Exactly.
Like he know her.
Must have known her if you're saying, oh, Botham would have wanted that for you. Alluding like, okay, you knew Botham, and Botham was your friend, and Botham knew you weren't a Christian, so
probably trying to get you to trying to get you to go to church with us, and you wasn't trying to go the way they were hugging her, talking about some wannabe friends.
That's
why
she thinks that they know each other, which is odd, because it's like, if the family knew him, like, bitch, why aren't y'all saying nothing?
Because they don't want to get popped.
Yeah, that's true, girl.
A hot mess.
This
is just so unfortunate. I just really feel bad for this witness. That's who, out of the whole case, yeah, both I feel bad or whatever.
Rest in peace.
But like, really, what's really eating up my spirit right now?
Joshua literally was gunned down for nothing, you guys.
Just shot this man in the mouth.
Multiple times too.
Left this man's child with no parent, with no damn dad.
Left him in the street. Police had to find him. Like, this is just, it's sickening. When I seen that, I was like, well, I guess if I'm ever witness to crime, I don't want to come out. I'm not trying to get popped up.
Then they want to come and tell somebody, yeah, please speak up, help us, help you. No.
It's a mess, you guys. We just wanted to come back and update you guys on our feelings and what happened in this case. And it's really unfortunate, but y'all stay diligent, keep your eyes out.
Yeah.
Just
try to avoid. Let me not even try to end this like this. So let me just be quiet.
Yeah.
Because you already knew what I was going to say.
I know what she was going to say, but no, you guys.
But for real, yeah. Just like, may his soul rest in peace. Yeah. Because he did the right thing.
Yeah.
And now you're punished for doing the right thing. Like, I mean, it already was before, but like, this is like clear as day.
Yeah. I would just say, still stay true to yourself. Yeah. If you have something to say it. If you want to speak. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was the great thing about being American. And now they're trying to take your shit away.
I guess if you're black, you can't. I don't even know, you guys. Like, it's a trip. But we really appreciate you, listening and stuff like that. Yeah. And we'll be back at you with another episode next
Wednesday.
Week. All right,
bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So we're going to just end off finally by saying our song of the week, and it's going to be a group song of the week.
Yeah, I think it's pretty I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Michael Jackson, They Don't Care About Us. If you've never heard the song, or if you've only heard it in parties where you have to do the line dance, please dance. Yeah, there's a dance to it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
No, but more than the chorus, please look at the lyrics to the song. Listen to the song, please. He literally said, black man.
I know.
Shoot us dead. Yes, please listen to it. Listen to the song. That song of the week from both of us. And yeah, so that's really it. There's nothing else to say. So
bye, guys.
Bye.